we have Tom van Beek and Egis Minelga. Tom van Beek in the MX-5. Egis in that BMW.
There might be a small bit of a power advantage to Egis, but
I think there definitely is a big
maybe a size advantage as well.
But Tom van Beek is not slow at all, and he's showing, look at how fast that little MX-5 is. Egis really struggling to keep up, but he just does make the dive now. Tom van Beek on a little bit of a shallow line, and Egis making some mistakes behind, straightened a couple of times that round there, around through clip 5. Tom van Beek driving away now, and Egis not really having too much of an answer.
No, Tom is just proving that you don't need big power to get to clip 3, because he's consistently doing exactly what the judges ask. He's on that line, he's going 1, 2 and 3 perfect, and then he's coming away and breaking for 4. So very, very good lead run from Tom.
Yeah, this is the Tom van Beek that we used to see. I saw a few practice runs yesterday, and it didn't look like his usual driving, but now back up in action.
We switched them around with Egis to lead, Tom to
Tom
chase.
Tom van Beek a little bit of an advantage now. And in the chase position, can he keep up with Egis? I think he can. And Egis, a nice initiation from both drivers there. As Tom van Beek runs right up on the door of Egis. Egis from there lost a bumper from Tom van Beek. And Egis Minelga coming around that track on a nice wide line. Tom van Beek makes a dive now as he comes round the last corner, makes a big dive. He's right on the rear corner of Egis as they come around the last corner. Wow!
What a chase.
Fantastic driving.
Maybe Tom dropped the wheel there at clip 4 because
I think
his
he
broker
did, yeah.
broke. It was hard to see with the smoke, but other than that, it was a very good chase run.
Let's see what the judges have
You
to
see
say.
that now the lead car isn't able to get out to that line where when we swapped him around previously, Tom was able to get out there, and maybe little difference like that.
I think Tom was a little shallow there as well. I think he was a little shallow on 2 and possibly on 3 on his lead line as well.
What a camera angle there. That's savage that one is.
So the power bar shows Tom van Beek having an advantage. Is this the way it's going to go? It is. Tom van Beek takes the win, ladies and gentlemen. And Egis Minelga unfortunately bows out of competition.
Yep, the boys just taking off the last bit of Tom's bumper.
Yeah.
Souvenir for the marshals.
Just make sure it's not deposited on the track.
Maybe they don't
Please.
talk to us.
Sorry guys.
Oh,
we
thanks,
were just
Jay.
discussing ourselves then.
Oh, okay.
So the decision was around Ross's chase mainly, because when they came off clip 1, he did take a more of an inside line around 1, 2 and 3. He had better proximity, but we couldn't decide whether he gained it legitimately. So we want to see a replay of the first just to make sure we were right in what we had in mind there, and we came to the end that Ross was going to take the win.
All right.
There you have it.
And there we go. Judge's decision is final. So next up we have Tom van Beek versus Blaine Rafferty. Did he get that car up and running? And is he cheery again?
Is he happy? We're not sure.
We can't tell.
He didn't wave at us, so
He didn't.
He told me he would.
Tom van Beek to lead, Blaine Rafferty to chase. Wow,
he's
look
throwing that
how
MX-5 in again.
It's so fast, that MX-5. Blaine Rafferty having a little bit of trouble keeping up with him. He makes a little dive. It's a little bit shallow is Tom van Beek, and Blaine is now taking advantage of Tom van Beek's line and diving up onto the rear quarter of Tom van Beek. There's still a little bit of separation as they come back over the line. How is that little car making so much smoke and so much speed?
It's just gripped up to the line. It must be.
I've never seen one do that. I really haven't.
I think Blaine Rafferty feels the same way as you now, going, how is he so fat? What?
He really has got that car dialed in, Tom van Beek.
He just throws it in as hard as he can and keeps the momentum going, and he just does not lift it at all. Like,
yeah, right. Let's turn him around. Blaine Rafferty to lead, Tom van Beek to chase. Tom van Beek's slight advantage so far, but it looks like it's a little bit ahead.
Nearly contact on the run-in.
Nearly contact. Blaine Rafferty, Tom van Beek right on the side of Blaine as they come over the top corner. Blaine go down the hill now with Tom van Beek right. Look look how close he is on the side of his door, not giving him an inch to manoeuvre. A little bit of a mistake there from Tom Van Beek, just backing off ever so slightly too much. Blaine driving a very nice wide line around that last corner, and Tom Van Beek, right on the rear corner, exactly where he needed to be. Wow.
Tom got a little box there, boxed in coming out of clip 5, and then you see he had to sacrifice clip 6 because he was going to hit Blaine. So I don't know if the judges will take that into consideration, but what a chase run from the outside.
Look at this.
Look at that.
I don't know whether Tom Van Beek was on the side of Blaine's car. They're not allowed to initiate side by side.
Yeah, that was a bit of a weird run up the hill there now. It was because the judges did make that very clear to us that he wanted him behind a bit and a little over, but they did look side by side there because Blaine had very little room to look like to flick in.
Let's see what the judges say. Are they going to have a decision? This is going to be another. It's under review again.
Yep.
That means they are having a long discussion.
A friendly discussion. They're not fighting.
I have no idea how friendly or unfriendly it is.
You see a judge going flying out of the tower now. Whoa!
Look, they're just looking at the replay now and see Tom Van Beek is on a bit of a shallow line as he comes over past 3. I think he does make it through 3 nicely, but cuts the corner quite a lot after that. Blaine just doesn't seem to have much of an answer as they cross the line. Flip it around now.
Yeah.
And see,
Blaine shallow 2 and 3.
Shallow 2 and 3.
Which is helping Tom get in there with the proximity, and all Tom has to do is follow the lead car. So, see there now, he just got boxed in too much that he couldn't actually get out to the second last clip.
It's very close. Look how close they are over the line. There's definitely a lot more proximity in the second part of that run.
Blaine is just staring at him. Look at the death stare. He is throwing him. Blaine, that better not be at me.
Just to interrupt you guys, we have got a winner in mind, but we want to check that on the second run there wasn't an issue with Tom Van Beek being in the way and blocking Rafferty. So
see there, it's like Blaine went to flick and he was just. He only could half do what he wanted to do, you know?
Yeah. But, I mean, the chase driver is meant to initiate behind the lead driver, so...
There was something that was made very clear to us.
Yeah. I think they've made a decision. The decision is Tom Van Beek. Obviously, it didn't make that much of a difference. So Tom Van Beek takes the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are. We're going for Tom Van Beek versus Ross.
He's just Ross now, that's it.
So this is the battle before the one after.
Exactly what I was thinking.
This is the final battle before the
first
battles.
So it's the last battle of the Great Ape before the first battle.
Yeah, that is right.
Come on, lads, keep up.
We're new, all right?
Right. Tom Van Beek to lead. Ross to chase. Has Ross got the pace? I think he does have the pace. I think he does. Tom Van Beek is so fast.
By no means a slow car.
Look. Tom leading Ross to chase. Look, he's already setting the car up. Lovely line. Very wide by Tom. As Ross cuts the corner a little bit to make a dive, doesn't make a dive. Now he does, he makes a right dive right on the side of Tom's MX-5. Tom now making a nice lead line, another dive from Ross. Wow, this is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen, as they come round the last corner, wing to rear quarter.
Yeah, definitely.
Ross definitely has the pace, he has the pace.
Ross has the pace, we've learned that.
Can confirm.
Can confirm. Complete me.
How we're swapping around, Ross to lead, Tom to chase. Now, does Ross...
by any means, Tom's fast. We know this.
Yeah, I know, but does Ross have more pace than we thought?
That's what I'm curious. Maybe we're looking this completely the wrong way.
Yeah, maybe we are. So Ross has a bit of an advantage.
Helmet,
at the minute
visors down, he is in the zone.
I think this is going to be really close. Ross to lead. Tom cutting the corner massively to keep up with him.
Oh, he hooks him behind. He learned a lesson.
He learned a lesson, but he's right beside. And he's not giving Ross. Ross is very wide. Oh, he just about catches onto it. They both have to reinitiate. Tom having to do it before Ross did. A few mistakes now coming out from Ross. His uncharacteristic. And Tom all shook up, making a series of mistakes behind Ross. But I think that's just because...
I think Ross knew himself this is the last spot for the Final Four, so he's like pushing as hard as he can. And
that is, there were a lot of mistakes made by Ross, but then like completely after, look how wide.
Very lucky there he is not to go up.
He's wide. He's 2 wheels off, and Tom has to back out of it behind him as Ross straightens up going down the hill. And again, right here, Tom is in completely the wrong part of the track. He did have to reinitiate for the corner before, so I think by now he should have got himself back into the groove, and I think that is actually a mistake from Tom on the second part of that run. There we go. Tom looks like yeah, there we go. Let's make it official. Tom van Beek, ladies and gentlemen, takes the win at our Funk Motorsport Grade 8, and unfortunately Ross bows out of competition. So
that's Tom through to tomorrow in MX5.
Yep.
With the pros.
Yep.
Now that I'm excited to watch.
Third and fourth place battles. And Stuart Adsley will be in the final. Next up now we have Tom van Beek versus Arunas. This is definitely a David versus Goliath.
Like it's 395 to 800 break.
Yeah, but it's so fast.
It's
momentum.
Yeah.
And it's got tiny little 15-inch wheels, and it's still got the
cute,
pace.
like, isn't it?
I kind of want it. There we go, Tom van Beek to lead, Arunas to chase. What is going to happen here? It looks like a little bit of separation as they come around the corner. As Arunas going to start to reel him in now as Tom van Beek on a lovely wide line. Arunas cutting the corner as they come down into the first hairpin. I can't really see anything. Wow, Arunas nearly contact between the two drivers.
Oh my God! What a transition!
Baby.
Mike's after collapsing behind me, but wow, how did he not take the front off that BMW? He got boxed in at clip 5 and he's like, shit, I just have to do this transition and that's it. And phenomenal. Yori,
I nearly died.
Yori, get over
here. Nearly died. I couldn't believe he just swiped over the front of Arunas on a very shallow transition, and a really snappy large transition from Tom van Beek just over the front of those two cars. Wow.
Insane.
This is exciting.
Insane. Whoever wins this battle definitely is going to earn it.
Yeah. So they're neck and neck at the minute, according to the power bar. I don't think it slight shift, a very slight shift towards Arunas. Oh, we know.
You can see our start line marshal dancing away there now.
He's as impatient as we are. Come on, let's send the cars, let's send the cars. Let's go. And the judges must just be looking at.
I think they're just giving us all a minute to calm down.
Oh, I don't want a minute to calm down. Let's go. You can review this at the end afterwards. There's replays after the battle. Send the cars. Oh, come on.
Ah, come on, you're killing us here. Even the starting marshal's getting antsy. Come on.
What's going on?
What's the delay? Here we go.
Here we go. Arunas to lead. Tom van Beek to chase. Okay,
are you ready now? Calm down. Right? We don't want you to get too excited, Mike.
Look how close Tom van Beek is to Arunas. Oh, look! Arunas on it. Tom van Beek is far too wide. Arunas, is he getting lost in the smoke? Look how fast Arunas is. Even Tom van Beek can't keep up. He's cutting the corner just to try and get a little bit of proximity, but I don't think he can. Arunas is just driving away. Tom van Beek completely lost in the smoke. has absolutely no idea where he's going.
Do you know, big commitment to Tom Van Beek there, because he knew he had to be fast, and he threw that in the fastest he's went in all day. And it just unfortunately he put a wheel over the edge of the track and dropped, and that's what just killed his momentum.
Yeah, and
there.
as soon as he dropped that back, he was in the smoke. He had no idea what was going on. Right, so this is, I think, what they were looking at.
This.
Tom Van Beek, so Arunas straight and
how
my
close
it is.
That's commitment. Like, he's like, I'm going to crash or pull this off.
Yeah, look at Arunas. Now look at the smoke. No one can drive through that. You can't see. It's just it's not possible. You just have to get yourself out of the way, and he's still driving through the smoke. That is commitment.
While
Tom
staying
Van Beek.
on line, to be fair, he's still on a good line. It's just unfortunate there's a big gap between two of them.
The power bar says Arunas.
Very slightly Arunas.
Is that official? Is that official, ladies and gentlemen? They're out of the cars. They're going to shake hands. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for these two drivers. What a battle they have given us.
Battle is the correct word to describe that. That was a battle.
The fact there's not more scars is just beyond me.
We're lucky to come away with 2 cars.
And the winner is Arunas!
Look at the strut. Yeah, boy. Moonwalk into the final. I like it.
Oh, you're going to have to teach me that later, Arunas. Tom Van Beek not out yet. He's battles for 3rd and 4th place yet.
Tom Van Beek and Dan Tyler for 3rd and 4th place.
Yeah.
That's going to be another cracker here.
We're getting some...
And then we're
getting down to it. We're getting down to it. Oh, this is an exciting playoff and final. Oh, we get Tom Van Beek. He's going to put some new tyres on. I imagine he's going to put some new tyres on just before 3rd and 4th playoff. Driftland. Oh, we have Tom Van Beek versus Dan Tyler.
I hope you're ready for this one.
Oh,
this is one that, if you'd have asked me this yesterday morning when I first seen these cars going, they're going to be 3rd and 4th, I was like, no, how could it? It's an MX-5 and 14, but my God, I'm so excited.
Let's see, we've got Tom Van Beek to start this time. Dan Tyler in the chase position. We'll see, get them lined up, get them fired off. Take a stab. Go on, with 3rd and 4th.
Do you know what?
3rd and 4th, go on.
I want to say Dan Tyler because I am really rooting for him. I think he's a championship contender this year. But Tom Van Beek, man, he has just blown me away today. Like, that MX-5 is fast and looks so much fun to drive.
And here we go. Here they go. Off the line. Tom Van Beek to lead. Dan Tyler to chase as they come flying up the hill. Dan Tyler inches from the bumper of Tom Van Beek. Tom Van Beek on a lovely line, but Dan Tyler just cutting the corner massively in a real big correction from Dan Tyler as Tom Van Beek maintains that fantastic line. Dan Tyler now trying to make up for that mistake by diving back onto the door of Tom as they come round the final corner. Dan Tyler is all over the back corner of Tom Van Beek. Wow!
You couldn't even see the MX-5. He was that close to him. Brilliant driving from both guys.
You're going to have to talk for this bit because I'm going to have to let my voice
we're going to kill Mike here. We are. So we're going to switch them around, and it's Dan Tyler lead. And yeah, I don't even know which way. Like, you can see the power bar is slightly edging toward Dan, but it's very, very little. So
we're literally just about to find out. Dan Tyler leading over. Wow, look how quick Dan Tyler is as he enters in, but he's a little bit shallow off of 2. Tom Van Beek. Loads of separation now. Tom Van Beek not really having an answer to Dan Tyler as they come down into the first hairpin. Tom Van Beek now just trying to creep up on the side. Can he make a dive through the transition? Yes. He does. It's very close. He dives up onto the side of Dan Tyler. Dan Tyler as they cross the line. Tom Van Beek making his last stand. Is it enough?
Wow. Do you know what? Really impressed me. Win, lose, or draw, them two lads deserve to be here. So, phenomenal driving.
Unbelievable from the both of them. Let's just have a look here. A little bit of separation. Tom Van Beek not able to keep up with the pace of Dan Tyler over the hill, but again, as they come down the hill, he starts to make a dive now. Gains a little bit of proximity, and now he makes the dive as he comes through the smoke. He's in the right part of the track, and he just dives straight onto that rear corner and just reels him in from here on in. Oh. I don't know. I still don't know. I've watched the battle and I still don't know. I think Dan...
I know that we're not going to find out now. We're going to hold the result for the podium, but it could be a one more time.
Maybe it could be a one more time. Let's hear Well, let's see what the judges have to say. They've taken the power bar away from us.
They're going to some replays. They want to see it.
Look how close Dan Tyler immediately is. He does cut the track a little bit, and he makes a big mistake here. He makes a massive mistake.
I think
manages to hold on to it.
He
manages to hold on to it though, and then dive back on. Look here. Here is where he dives.
Yeah.
It's a little bit forwards, but now he's right. It's just exactly wing to rear quarter. It's exactly what the judges want to see.
Twice in one run. They did it on entry and exit.
So the judges are still making a decision.
They're deliberating there.
Oh, we've got our power bar back. Oh, it's close.
Oh, it's close.
Oh, it's close.
Is that what you go by, or like? Oh, I don't know. Is there anything to be said for one more time?
Oh, there we go. It's in. Dan Tyler takes the win. Tom Van Beek just not quite making it, but it was so close. Judges, can you just talk us through that one? It's a very close decision. It must have been.
It certainly was, Mike. And yeah, we obviously needed to see the replay. There was a clear pace advantage and aggression advantage from Tyler in the chase, and he was wearing the MX-5 like a glove through 7 and 8 on his chase. But he made a fairly significant mistake in 2 to 3, and then coming out of 3, which he had to correct, which obviously went against him. And I mean, amazing battle from the MX-5 to put up the fight, but it